Have you ever shuddered at the thought that your body is harboring toxic plaque accumulated over 60 years? Medication won't save you, but this miraculous intestinal broom formula will help you expel all the waste and rejuvenate instantly. Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Ethan Marshall, an expert who has dedicated my entire life to health research. And this year I have also turned 60, an age where we begin to truly understand the harsh laws of time. There is a brutal truth that I want you to face right now. Have you ever shuddered at the thought that the body we care for every day is actually slowly turning into a toxic waste dump, where residues from decades ago are still silently decomposing and poisoning your very bloodstream? Before we delve into decoding this terrifying mystery, I hope you will take a second to hit the subscribe button, like, and share this video. Your small actions are a huge motivation for me to continue producing quality and dedicated content like this. Returning to our story, let's look straight at the reality of those on the other side of life's slope like us. When this wondrous biological machine no longer operates as smoothly and quietly as it did in our 20s, brimming with vitality, be honest with yourself. When you woke up this morning, did you feel your body was as light as a feather? Or was there a sense of heaviness, sluggishness, bloating, and seemingly some invisible burden pressing on your chest and mind? We tend to blame age, comforting ourselves that intestinal sluggishness or unexplained fatigue are inevitable laws of aging that everyone must endure. But the reality is much harsher. These are desperate distress signals from within an overloaded digestive system. Imagine your body is like a house that has been used continuously for 60 long years. If that house's waste disposal system is not properly maintained and cleaned, the waste accumulating bit by bit over the years will turn our abode into a giant toxin storage, where black plaques of wrong foods from decades ago are still clinging tightly to the intestinal walls, blocking life and inviting disease. I have listened to thousands of patients confess in secret anxiety. They live in fear of daily bowel movements, and dependence on digestive aids like laxatives has become a shameful secret they don't want to speak of. A psychological burden that turns their golden years, instead of a time of peaceful enjoyment, into a silent battle with their own bodies. So that we can better understand each other's condition, I want you to reflect and answer this multiple-choice question. What is your first feeling about your abdominal area every morning when you wake up? A. Light, comfortable, and ready for a new day. B. Heavy, bloated, or a feeling of incomplete relief. Please leave a comment A or B below. Your sharing will be the first step for us to find purity for the body together. Let us look deeper into the body's operating mechanism, where an alarming truth is often forgotten amidst the hustle of life. Our colon acts as a giant waste disposal system of a bustling city, where if the flow is blocked, the consequence will be an irreversible sanitation disaster, causing all the inhabitants of that city, or billions of cells in your body, to live with overflowing waste and toxins. When this system stops working effectively, the bloodstream, which is supposed to carry nutrients to nourish the body, will be forced to reabsorb toxins from decomposing waste, leading to a silent but extremely dangerous state of auto-intoxication, eroding our vitality day by day, hour by hour. Many of us, when faced with the sluggishness of the digestive system, often panic and seek immediate solutions like laxatives or forceful enemas, considering them the only savior to release the burden in the abdomen. But in reality, this is the most disastrous mistake we can make in our old age. These forced measures are like using a high-pressure hose to unclog an old and rusty water pipe. It may flush away the immediate obstruction, but the price to pay is severe damage to the delicate mucous membrane, losing natural elasticity and making the intestine lazy, completely dependent on medication to function. Professor Arnold Ehret, a pioneer in the field of natural healing, opened up a completely new and shocking perspective when he pointed out that the root cause of all diseases is not a random attack from the outside, but the internal blockage caused by something called mucus. This mucus is not just ordinary secretion, but the result of decades of us loading our bodies with wrong foods like refined starch, excess animal protein, and industrial additives. They bind together, cling tightly to the intestinal wall like dry, hard mortar plaques, forming a barrier layer, making the body unable to absorb new nutrients and also unable to eliminate old toxins. Therefore, we need a revolution in healthcare thinking. A shift from forcing the body to excrete brutally to understanding and supporting its natural cleaning mechanism. Instead of attacking the digestive system with chemicals, we need to learn how to dissolve and wash away these residues gently, respecting the inherent biological rhythm of life. To solve this difficult problem gently and effectively, I would like to invite you to explore with me an extremely interesting and revolutionary concept that Professor Arnold Ehret left for posterity, which is the intestinal broom. At first hearing, this name may seem very rustic and simple, but hidden behind it is a profound healing philosophy, absolutely respecting the biological mechanism of the human body, completely different from the brutal interventions with pharmaceuticals that we often see. This is not a tablet or a chemical solution, but a mechanical cleaning method through the very food we eat, working exactly as its name suggests, a real broom creeping into every nook and cranny of your intestine. The operating mechanism of this method is extremely subtle and intelligent. Instead of using stimulants to force the intestinal muscles to contract under coercion, it utilizes the natural fiber structure of vegetables to create a sufficient physical friction force. Imagine our colon is like a fireplace chimney that has been sucking smoke and dust for many years. Those dry, hard plaques cannot be washed away with just water or surface cleaners, but they need a direct mechanical impact to peel off. This broom is designed to perform a dual role that is extremely important. On one hand, it possesses the necessary roughness to act as a stiff brush, rubbing gently against the intestinal wall, dislodging layers of residue and toxins that have taken root deep and accumulated over decades without scratching or damaging the mucous membrane, which has naturally become sensitive in older people. On the other hand, it acts like a soft broom, gathering all those dislodged impurities, binding them together, and gently sweeping them out according to the natural excretion mechanism. The ultimate goal of this method is not just to stop at immediate cleaning, but further to restore the natural contraction function, also known as peristalsis, of the colon, helping the body relearn how to clean itself every day without having to depend on any artificial support, returning to you true autonomy and freedom in digestion. This golden formula is not merely a dish, but an ingenious combination of two physical states of food to create an extremely effective dual cleaning mechanism, likened to a harmonious symphony between strength and gentleness right within your colon. The first and most important ingredient acting as a sturdy brush is raw vegetables like carrots, beets, or celery grated coarsely, because their cellulose fiber structure, not yet broken down by heat, retains the necessary roughness to penetrate the folds of the intestine, rubbing directly against the walls to dislodge plaques of mucus and toxins that have adhered for years. However, if we only use a stiff brush, we may inadvertently irritate the intestinal lining, which has become sensitive with age. So we need the second ingredient acting as a soft broom, which is cooked leafy green vegetables like green beans, spinach, or kale. This cooked vegetable part provides moisture and soft fiber, acting as a soft cushion wrapping around the newly dislodged residues, gathering them into a mass and gently pushing them out according to natural peristalsis, without causing painful spasms or discomfort. For this method to maximize its effect, the timing of ingestion plays a decisive role in success or failure. Please remember the golden rule is to eat this salad when the stomach is completely empty, or eat it first in a meal so it can pass through the digestive tract like a vanguard clearing the way, without encountering any obstacles. A vital note that I am forced to emphasize so you do not turn this elixir into poison is that you absolutely must not mix this formula with starch, animal meat, or dairy products in the same stomach, because the wrong combination between cleansing vegetables and mucus-forming foods will trigger a putrefactive fermentation process right in the intestine, producing toxic gases and creating new layers of mucus, completely contrary to the initial purification purpose we are aiming for. When you persist and place your trust in this natural purification method, the first and most tangible gift you receive will be an unbelievable lightness spreading throughout your body. The feeling of a calm lower abdomen, no more gurgling sounds or uncomfortable bloating every morning when waking up is truly a simple yet priceless happiness that many of us have accidentally lost long ago. However, I want you to deeply understand that the meaning of this purification never stops at trivial physical changes or solving simple digestive problems, but it is also the golden key to open the door to peace in the soul. As the wise and enlightening teachings in the Gospel of Peace have pointed out since ancient times, this body is the most sacred temple containing our soul, and a temple is only truly sacred and solemn when it is kept in absolute purity and cleanliness from within. Try to reflect on it. We cannot hope for a clear mind, an optimistic spirit, and inner peace to reside in a body stagnant with waste and covered in toxins, because the gloom and sluggishness of the physical body will certainly cast a dark shadow over our thinking and emotions every day. When the toxic burdens accumulated over decades are completely shed, you will be surprised to realize that the source of life energy that has been suppressed and obscured for so long suddenly rises strongly, returning to you flexibility, joy of living, and sharpness of mind that you thought the harsh laws of old age had taken away forever. This revival is not some mysterious miracle. It is simply the law of life when obstacles are cleared, like the sun shining brilliantly after the thick dark clouds disperse, helping you enjoy the golden years of life, not in the endurance of weary illness, but in fullness, autonomy, and proactive health. I sincerely invite you, starting tomorrow, to begin the journey of cleaning up your own temple with this intestinal broom formula. Listen to even the smallest response signals of your body and feel the miraculous revival happening day by day from deep within. I wish you to find complete lightness and peace in every breath. Our health, especially when stepping onto the other side of life's slope, depends greatly on the body's self-cleaning ability, the center of which is the colon. Instead of abusing brutal intervention measures like laxatives, which only bring immediate relief but leave long-term consequences on the intestinal lining, we need to return to healing from nature. Professor Arnold Ehret's intestinal broom method is a subtle solution, combining the powerful cleaning ability of raw vegetables and the soothing nature of cooked vegetables, helping to eliminate mucus and toxins accumulated for years at the root without damaging the body. This is not just about solving digestive problems, but a journey of purification to restore the clarity of the mind and peace in the soul. The most important thing we need to etch in our minds is that the human body does not need force, but needs understanding and proper support to activate its inherent self-healing ability. In modern life full of refined foods and hurried eating habits, taking time to listen to the body and applying natural purification methods like eating intestine-cleansing salads before main meals is a wise investment for old age health. Let's start changing from the smallest meals, persist, and respect your own biological rhythm to enjoy a full, disease-free life. What do you think about the view that disease stems from internal blockage? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you want to learn deeper about natural healing methods, I have prepared a special gift, which is a set of ebooks on comprehensive health. Please fill in the information in the link in the description to receive it immediately. Don't forget to click subscribe to the channel, like, and share this video with your loved ones to spread a healthy and peaceful lifestyle together. Thank you for accompanying me.